Okay, I know this video will trigger some people.
I don't have a headache. I'm just preparing.
After more than 10 years of working with JavaScript, I'm becoming a grumpy old man with some rather strong opinions. Opinions, however, are like buttholes. Everybody has one and they usually sting, so don't take this video too seriously. First things first, I still use and enjoy jQuery.
Oh, beautiful.
This one goes hand in hand with my belief that you don't need a framework like React or Angular for everything, and that the DOM and vanilla JavaScript are usually enough for more than 50% of the projects out there. The DOM is fast enough these days, and for some DOM querying, I enjoy the support offered by the jQuery Slim version. Don't get me wrong, frameworks are useful, but working with Vanilla.js or TS is way more fun. Coincidentally, this is also the direction pushed forward by some of the big names in the industry as well. Next, you'll probably find this really questionable, but I'm never using classes in JavaScript. Like never ever. Let me explain. I get all the benefits of using them, but in my opinion, there are very few use cases for strong OOP in front-end development. On top of that, this keyword is a mess, and I prefer to simply avoid using it altogether. Classes were really hyped up when they were first released in ES6. Everybody was using them for a while, but in the meantime, the community shifted towards simpler approaches. Also, I dislike the private class member syntax, and I believe it goes against the simplicity JavaScript can achieve. Following the same idea, I am also staying away from prototypes and inheritance as well. This is a way broader topic, but it is enough to say that there are legit reasons for modern languages to dump the idea of inheritance altogether. So what do I use instead of classes? Well, object literals to create data structures and functions for everything else. Yep, it's that simple. This leads me to my next opinion. We really need type safety on the front end. I feel like this was common sense until a few months back, but apparently TypeScript is really controversial these days. To be fair, I was lucky enough to see some projects where TypeScript was overused, and I get how the dev experience and the resulting codebase can be ruined by some rocket scientists. Good type systems are non-intrusive, and they are simply augmenting the developer experience to provide better quality and results. Things turn sour when TS is used as a hard guardrail for people who don't really know what they are doing. Simplicity is yet another topic where I believe we, as a community, are failing. Everything is too damn hard for all the wrong reasons. Most frameworks are bloated, and a lot of libraries introduce unnecessary complexity in your project. Sure, there are scenarios where you'd need to compose async events, but handling a plain fetch call to the server via observables is a bit too much for me. So I accept it. I am too dumb to understand the intricacies of modern web architectures that can scale up to teams of hundreds of developers, and at this point, I'm too afraid to ask why we need all this in a 10-man dev team building an obscure enterprise app. We are making things more difficult than they need to be, and we are creating complexity where simple solutions are more than enough. Finally, here is my most outrageous take. JavaScript is actually an amazing language as long as it is not used by JavaScript developers. It has a really low barrier of entry, and as a consequence, you'll see some horrific code bases out there. However, the JS ecosystem is really great if you are following a few healthy principles and if you are avoiding the JavaScript bad parts. Let me know in the comments what is your JS hot take, and until next time, thank you for watching.